Bunkering is a very interesting topic, and of course, as I'm heavily involved with SGMF, the Society for Gases Marine Fuel, this is very close to my heart. It was always said to be a chicken and egg, but no one could actually agree what the chicken was and what the egg was. Now, we have, of course, LNG ships have been fired by LNG since day one. That's fine. And of course, the difference in the LNG fleet was when the Qataris made the decision to reliquefy the boil off rather than burn it and deliver it to the customers. So that's the only part of the LNG fleet that doesn't actually burn the fuel at the moment, although they're doing some conversions right now. Regarding the wider merchant fleet, this has always been a question of infrastructure and investment cost. Norway, Scandinavia led the way because they got tax incentives, and the technology is there, has been available for a number of years, 15 years really it started ago, and so it's been a small scale, slow development, localized. But what you're starting to see now is that bunker hubs are becoming available. So you have Scandinavia, you've got the US Gulf developing with the offshore supply vessels there, and Singapore here is actively encouraging LNG bunkers. It was over 100 years ago that the British Navy chose to go from coal to oil, and they did it because they could get more armament and more firepower in the same hull. To do this, they needed to develop bunkering places for the oil, and that's what they did for naval purposes, and these bunkering facilities became available for merchant ships, and it was very, very quick that the merchant ships, the commercial trading vessels, also started to use oil as fuel. They went from coal. And LNG is going to be the same, because if you think about the market for bunkers, you've got the tankers, the container ships, big burners of fuel, lots of them. And when you can fuel in Singapore, in Rotterdam, Antwerp area, we call ARA, US Gulf, those ships that very typically go around the world in their service, they'll be able to fuel. So these regional hubs that are developed for the local ferry trades will suddenly become integral to the global LNG supply. At the moment, because of the limited ferry voyage length, ships often have small LNG tanks, and they're fueled up every day or every second day by road trucks. This is not going to work with a container ship. So to me, the missing part of the jigsaw is the bunker supply vessel, the LNG specialized bunker tanker. These, when you go into the oil business, you can pick up an old, worn out product tanker and convert it to bunker delivery at a very cheap cost, a couple of $1 million. There's no such LNG carriers. You're going to be building them at $30, $40, $50 million a pop. So there is immediately a cost. And unless there's a market, who's going to make the investment? Well, Shell, GDF Suez, the Veda consortium with the Swedish gas company. These people have done it. Our own company has a design which we're in negotiation with charterers. So once these bunker supply vessels are there, then I think the jigsaw's complete, and you'll start to see the shipyards that are already building container ships. They're building in America, the tote vessels, the Crowley vessels. You'll start to see these then becoming the norm. So that's how I see that developing. It's a very exciting time. Of course, it's an entirely different application, entirely different set of problems. This is why SGMF was formed, because it really is a challenge. So it's great times.